everybody, I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country, as always. I'm doing a new artist to the channel, and Elton Britt's song, Uranium Fever. And I don't know Elton Britt, and I certainly don't know this song, but it sure sounds like it's about a bomb. It's requested by David Fogel. So David, shout out to you. I don't know if people call you Dave or David. Some people are very particular. With me, I'm not. People call me John, and I'm like, hey, how are you? Elton Britt. Oh, it looks like an old timer.
Well, I don't know, but I've been told uranium ore's worth more than gold. I sold my cad, I bought me a Jeep, I got that bug and I can't sleep. Uranium fever has gone and got me down. Uranium fever is spreading all around. With a Geiger counter in my hand,
I'm going out to stake me some government land.
Uranium fever has gone and got me down. Well, I had a...
I thought this was going to be a serious song, like about the war, and it may turn out to be that. Uranium fever has him down. Oh, crap. This guy's sense of humor is on Mark Twain's level, whoever wrote this.
Talk with the AEC and they brought out some maps that looked good to me. And one showed me a spot he said he knowed. So I straddled my Jeep and headed down the road. I reckon I drove about 100 miles down a bumpy road out through the wilds, when all of a sudden I bounced to a stop at the foot of a mountain, didn't have no top. Uranium fever has done and got me down. Uranium fever is spreading all around. With a Geiger counter in my hand,
I'm going out to stake me some government land.
Uranium fever has done and got me down. Well, I took my Geiger and I started to climb right up to the top, where I thought I'd find a hunk of rock that'd make it click, just like I'd read about Vernon Pick. On the second day I made the top, and I'm telling you, Steve, I was ready to stop. The only clicking that I heard that day was the bones in my back that had gone astray. Uranium fever has done and got me down. Uranium fever, it's spreading all around. With a Geiger counter in my hand,
I'm going out to stake me some government land.
Uranium fever has gone and got me down. Well, you pack up your things, you head out again into some unknown spot where nobody's been. You reach the spot where your fortune lies. You find it's been staked by 17 other guys.
Yep.
Well, I ain't kidding, I ain't gonna quit. That bug's done caught me and I've been bit. So with a Geiger counter and a pick in my hand, I'll keep right on staking that government land. Uranium fever has gone and got me down. Uranium fever is spreading all around. With a Geiger counter in my hand,
I'm going out to stake me some government land.
uranium fever has gone and got me down.
Who comes up with ideas like that? Even though everything is like time sensitive about what's out in the media at the time that you get your ideas, because we're all products of our own culture. And but why government land? Like, you're not allowed on government land to look for stuff like this, I don't think. But I don't know what it meant at the time the song was written. But he's going out, you get the idea. I'm going to look for uranium. I'm going to flesh a song out, a simple, quick-hitting song. It's going to be this up-tempo, happy song that doesn't turn out well for me. It's, instead of the gold rush, it's the uranium rush. And I suspected when the mountain, the top of the mountain was already missing. I'm like, oh, people have already been mining that. And sure enough, everywhere he went, other people have already beaten him to it with the Geiger counters. But once you find some uranium, I don't know how toxic uranium is before it's been refined into, like, uranium. I think it's 235, which is what they use for nuclear bombs and such. And I don't know if it's the uranium that's the detonator or the actual fuel, so to speak, of the explosion. Because some of you folks out there know your stuff. You've made comments or even corrected me once when I think I was talking about the sun, and I talked about it being the sun. It's like it's a fusion of helium into hydrogen or hydrogen into helium. And you said it's not fusion, Don, it's fission. And I'm like, oh, alrighty then. Thank you for that correction. I love knowing this stuff. And so with uranium, I don't know if it's the enriched uranium, I said refined, enriched uranium. I guess that's 235. Is there like 235-B or something? I remember seeing something. Maybe I'm remembering wrongly, but what is the stuff inside though? Like you've got plutonium bombs, there's hydrogen bombs, like what that refers to. I never even thought about that. I probably read about it, but forgotten in the decades since I did. But this stuff is fascinating because you get the Geiger counter out there. What if you find a piece of uranium out there? I mean, it occurs in, I guess, minuscule levels out there, but you have to tons and tons and tons and thousands of tons of dirt to get like 1 ounce or 1 gram of enriched uranium. That much I remember reading about, that it's a very expensive, time-consuming process. It isn't like a dime where you go out there and you find one piece of uranium with your Geiger counter and that could be used in a bomb. It's not that way. And I know some of you folks can comment extensively on this, and I will read those comments. I read them all anyway. But all right, what am I going to rate this one, David Fogel? That was a classic. Man, am I glad to have heard that song, because these are also lenses into the time in which songs are written, and it speaks to the culture in which things were written. It's sort of like you reverse engineer the influences that would have brought the idea to the creative songwriter's mind in the first place. Man, was that funny. The number that popped into my head was an 8.8. The laughter factor, the insight into the culture at the time, the ludicrousness of it, and the songwriter knew this was ludicrous. And I love that they go ahead with it because it's ludicrous. Like, it's going to make people laugh. And it got greenlit. So there it is. All right, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. This is a nice science video today. Have a great day. I'll see you in another video and keep rocking the country.